Welcome in, everyone. We are still playing Renowned Explorers International Society by Abbey Games. This game from 2015 that is very strategically tactical and all things nostalgic for like the days of, um, well, the days that never were. I suppose you could say this is very much a take on sort of Indiana Jones, but perhaps even an earlier stage of like, I can't even think of any like literary references off the top of my head, but it's very Indiana Jones in its way. Welcome in, Trav, Winter Fairy. Lovely to have you both here, as always. Thank you for the follow, Olivia J19200. Welcome in, welcome in. Please abide by the rules of the chat. Well, I'll check out your I'll check out your Twitter, Olivia, and if we've got things in common, then maybe I will follow you back. I curate my followers towards my interests, as everyone should. I feel so. If you don't stay followed, that's fine. But feel free to settle in and enjoy a game. We were just on our way. Oh, this has put me back to before we thought it would save differently than this. But it looks like we're back to fighting for the Holy Grail. Oh, this is gonna be fun. As you can see, we've got many problems. So I guess I'm gonna reattempt the Holy Grail just this once, just so that you guys all know that yes, I am really that bad at this game. Here we go. The crew enters the marvelous building. The air is thick with adventure. Molly is a little bit scared to go inside, fearing some divine punishment. The crew helps her find courage, though. What if the Holy Grail falls into the hands of Florentina and the anti-explorers? We must press on. Inside the Forgotten Treasury, their first trial awaits. The only passage forward is heavily trapped. The hall is riddled with skeletons of unfortunate souls. We'll have to pass the traps in a quick fashion. Bravely face the traps and keep light on your feet. Here we go. It is all the roll of this wheel. What a nimble team indeed. The crew manages to dodge every scythe and pitfall. None of you is going to turn into a skeleton today. Philippe was especially clever and even helped the rest of the crew. Well done, Philippe. After passing the traps, the crew continues to explore deeper into the cavern. Molly is getting pretty anxious. What's next? Let's see. A massive gate stands in front of you. The whole area feels like a sanctuary. Above the gate, an ancient text reads, "Only the light of the brightest star will open the way to the Lord." Philippe wonders on what that means, but luckily, the gate is already open. Let's move on. The next area is dark and completely silent. The crew tiptoes through the darkness when suddenly, the crew is totally surrounded by anti-explorers. Their leader, Florentina Magellan, has got you completely cornered. Bellissimo! It seems to me, renowned explorers preferente have walked it right into my trap. We need pure adventurous souls to go on to the next room and get something for us. We will never surrender. While acknowledging Victor's courage, she remains unfazed. It matters not. We need someone with an honest, adventuring heart to bypass the guardian of the Holy Grail. I would not like to risk my beautiful self, so you go get it for us. Ha 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 ha. She pushes you forward into the dark and stale room. Oh no, we're left without a choice. The room you're entering is dark and musky. It smells like an old tomb with a heavy air of Des Volt. And there it is, the Holy Grail. Ah. Suddenly, a deep voice thunders, "Who dares to disturb this holy place?" Who's there? The impressive body of a large crusader stands before you. I am Richard Lionheart, staunch defender of the Holy Grail. I am chosen by God himself to judge upon the souls who enter this tomb. Must be a pretty boring job. No kidding. This guy looks tougher than Ivan. I will give you one chance to show me that you are worthy. Fail, and I will curse you with the authority of the Lord himself. Time to pull out the best diplomacy in human history, world peace quality. Well, Victor is definitely our diplomat, so let us hope that he can turn this around. Come on, Victor, give us a victory. Haha! We've won. Amazing! Victor delivers a once-in-a-lifetime speech. He had a dream where you will fight them on the beaches and tear down that wall, Mr. Lionheart. We but mirror the world. Richard Lionheart is moved to tears. You truly possess the spirit of the future. The Lord wishes to bestow his grace onto you. The Holy Grail. But as soon as you take this magnificent treasure, the whole place starts shaking. Oh no, not again. Always the same when you take a treasure in a cave. The cave is collapsing. What a classic. Never gets old. Let's get out of here. In the room where the anti-explorers were waiting for you, panic has broken out. Florentina angrily turns to you. Fools! What have you done? Hand me over the Holy Grail or you shall perish by my hands. Presto! Victor is better prepared. Oh. Well, this is gonna go just as horrifically as it did beforehand. Alright, so their current attitude is aggressive, which makes them stronger if you're unfriendly, weaker if you are devious. So we need to pull out as much deviousness as we've got. Unfortunately, these guys are like really hard to kill. And the cats are gonna wreck us before we can make anything. So he can get a whole bunch of people. But oh, he fumbled. Dang it. And then he can do not lot. And that is the end of our turn, and we're about to get swarmed and destroyed. We need to focus on her, primarily, but there's no way that we can kite all of these things. Then here comes the cats. The cats that just wreckage us so bad. Alright. That barely dents her. It's such a problem. What does the most damage? This does literally the most damage to her. You... Right. Ooh, that does the most damage. And then he will try to keep everyone up. That is as good as that turn's gonna go. They all have, like, ranged abilities. This sucks. And then here come the cats, and the cats have that ability to just wreckage us. See, we're almost dead already. Just from the cats. He's down. Down. He fumbled. I can get one person up. Can't even kill that cat. No. She's out. Okay. And then he's already down, and I can't do anything about that. And this game doesn't let you move after you do an action. So, like, you have to move first and then do your stuff. It would be so much easier if I could move afterwards, and it's not something that I'm allowed. And here goes... Molly's down. Oh, no. Molly is still up. Okay. Molly's still up. Okay, but they're both near death, and this is probably going to be what takes them out. Yep, he's down again. And Molly's down. And that's it. That's the end of the thing. There's no way I can get that bitch down before everybody else gang rapes us. It's not possible with my current setup. So let us start a new game. Because the cats are just that horrific. Like, I can't kill them fast enough is essentially what the problem is. So, this collection is our treasure collection. So as you can see, there is a ton of treasures in this game. And you can go through and see what all the options are for all of them. But these are the ones that we've collected this round. Quite a few treasures, but more to find. More to find. Many, many more. And then our campfire stories. We've unlocked even more campfire stories through this as well, so... Plenty to collect and explore. Let's see here. Let's go for a new game. Now that we kind of know what we're doing... let's return to, easy mode, because that's where we started, and, I got my ass kicked anyway, so, we can now have Philippe as a captain. If we like him. I intend to get better at this game. Ooh, show advanced information. Ooh. Random starter. Ooh. Nah, random starter's fine. Our base, campfire stories, randomize, pick a random crew. I actually kind of interesting. Interesting. So who do we want as a captain? We have Philippe and Molly as captain now, so we can find out what their captain perks are. Patient doctor, because he is a surgeon. That's why he was our healer. +4 study tokens for each resolve you still have at the end of an expedition. Nice. He's from Algeria. A balanced scientist with great attack and speech defense, but lacking in armor. And he starts with engineer and rogue. Or we could have Molly. Her captain perk is Outback Cutthroats. Gain 3 collect tokens per level of rogue in your crew at the end of an expedition. Rogues and athletes gain armor reduction auras. So, depending on whether we want an aggressive or a devious team, but she's a rogue too. Anna has Brilliant Scientist. Completing research paper will give you study token at a random improvement. She is a balanced scientist with high speech, defense, but no real weaknesses. She's best in an aggressive or devious crew, and has naturalist too. She's from Russia. And then we have Harry Walker, which is the other scout option. His captain perk is you gain 75% gold from treasure hunt tokens. So you'd want to seek out treasure hunt tokens. And he's also recommended with the devious or aggressive crew. He's a glass cannon scout with high speech and high attack, but barely any defenses. We could go back with Victor. We did enjoy, we got plus 50% gold from encounter tokens, as well as renown from encounter tokens, which is why our renown got so high. And he's a friendly or aggressive crew is kind of his thing. And he's from France. Tactician was really great with him. We also have Yvonne Lefebvre, who's from Canada. Her captain perk is Queen Explorer, +1 campaign tokens when you solve an encounter devious. Bonus improves with each expedition completed. She's best with a devious or friendly crew. But she's a balanced speaker with high speech and good defenses. She can regain spirit by deriding a target and is great at verbal skirmishes. She does exceptionally well in devious crews, but is a balanced addition to most teams. So why don't we do like a full devious route? Kiwi is the devious option that pairs well with her. So Yvonne has Beguiler too. This is Survivalist too. So she's a scout with high speech and decent speech defense. So she's an excellent addition to devious crews. When picking Kiwi, try to take more beefy characters with you to take some hits when needed. So we're going to need a devious fighter to go with these groups. He's not devious. She is aggressive or devious. Quick thinker, athlete, survivalist, beguiler. Defensive fighter with great armor and decent offense. Let's see here. He's more of an aggressive crew. Aggressive and devious. Balanced fighter with great attack and decent defenses. Can inspire his friends with a massive strike, healing allies around him. Okay, this might be good. He is a pretty beefy. Okay. So, with either hitting or shouting, Dolores can keep opponents busy and take their hits. Quick thinker athlete, or just athlete 2? I think I'm going to go with Jean-Pierre Corneille. He's from the Netherlands, she's from Samoa, and she's from Canada. Okay. So this is a devious group. They have a little bit of aggressive and a little bit of friendly, but it's mostly devious. So we're going to go full devious on this run. We're going to try to end with deviousness at all costs. All right. Charms and drama. So she has sadden. Target becomes saddened. Okay. Yours does enraged. So enraged, negative armor. Sadden, negative speech. And your devious also does negative speech. Okay. Okay. I think this is where we're gonna go. Alright, but just so you know, this team will be terrible for the Holy Grail mission, so we'll do a different one. Yeah, we definitely have to pick our missions a lot better. We're not gonna go for the Holy Grail again. That was... Oh, that hurt. We died. It was bad. Okay. So let us start the new adventure with our now devious team. Interesting. So he has a campfire story. So the new campfire stories comes with specific people. I see. Okay. Oh, I see how this works now. That's interesting. Cool. It doesn't tell you what her captain perk is that I can see. Oh no, it tells you up here. Okay. I actually kind of like this menu better now. Okay. Let's start our adventure. Here they are, ready for adventure. This is it. You just got your Renowned Explorers International Society membership. Yvonne wants to make a big entrance and goes for an elusive treasure, a Viking ship. Rumors are that the boat belonging to the famous explorer Leif Erikson is somewhere on this forgotten island. Do we want to go through the tutorial again? No. Time for adventure. Let's see where we have to go. We did the tutorial already. We're good. Alright. There is a trader here, and this is status. Let's go here first. Some kids are playing medieval warriors on the hills, seemingly unaware of their homeland's rich Viking history. Yvonne teaches them about the Vikings. The kids are impressed and start to play Vikings. They'll surely remember you. 2 campaign and 1 study. Nice. Alright, and then we can go here. You enter a shop that sells supplies for some work. However, this guy seems to be one shady shopkeeper. 4 supplies for 7 resolve? No. These prices are outrageous. Negotiate for better terms or leave the shop. We're gonna negotiate for better terms because, holy cow, dude. Someone needs to go negotiate for better terms. This is simply unacceptable. This guy seems like a tough match, and the diplomatic struggle will give someone the diplomat negotiations perk. Who will go and negotiate? Yvonne will, because she's our beguiler, obviously. And then she can get some negotiation on top of that. Because she's got beguiler. This is survivalist. This is athlete. So let's just give her all the social perks and go from there. The shady shopkeeper gave in to your diplomatic negotiations. Now you can get supplies at a normal price. I don't actually need the supplies, and I would prefer to keep the resolve, so we will leave the shop, but that was good for us. I'm gonna go here. Sometimes you're just lucky. Jean-Pierre was getting pretty bored as Yvonne was planning the next step and started to picking up pebbles, if I can read, to skim on a lake. By chance, Jean-Pierre's fifth pebble was actually an old Viking coin. A small sack of coins was lying nearby. Heck yeah. This is an encounter. You encounter two rude men. Heh, look at these wimps. I bet we could wipe them out easily. They're not even worth fighting. These devious gentlemen are not leaving you alone. Defend ourselves, of course. So, devious will get us all the things we want here. They are in devious mode. If we are friendly, we will beat them up faster. But we want to be devious. We want to be devious. So get sad. Get sad. Get angry. Blah, blah. Okay, so let's see here. Sad, reduce resistances, reduce the damage of the speech attacks based on their emotion type. But we're just gonna finish you off. Da da da. Look at that. We got status. We got campaign tokens and 3 encounter tokens. And she got some buffs. Ha! You gave them a dose of their own medicine. That makes 2 suckers that will have nightmares of Yvonne's destructive words. The crew proceeds with the expedition. Doo-doo-doo. And we can tell a campfire story here. Sure, why not? I am gonna go for this campfire story. Renown, 150 renown for each completed research tree when played. Oh, no, we want to keep that. Yeah, we're gonna keep that. Maybe we'll do the study one instead. Yeah, we're just gonna keep it here until we're good. Yeah, let's do some study tokens. Jean-Pierre, admittedly makes a point to discuss a weird cultural phenomenon you observed earlier today. The crew really just wants to sleep, but a rambling Jean-Pierre makes that virtually impossible. In the end, the crew gives in and joins Jean-Pierre in the discussion, which turns out to be very interesting. Yes. Study tokens. Heck yeah. A farmer is moving some of the harvest to the local market, but his wheel has gotten stuck in the mud. He's asking you for help. Do we help the farmer, take some of his harvest and run, or punch him and take some of his harvest? I'm gonna help the farmer. I'm not mean. You all push the cart and it's out in no time. The farmer is happy and gives you some of the profit that the farmer would have missed out on if he'd been stuck here any longer. He will also tell everybody at the market about those nice explorers from the International Society. Nice. All right. Time to go get some treasure. I mean, we could go back and get more funds, but I kind of don't want to lose the resolve, so we're going to have to choose wisely. The crew finds some true Viking architecture, a turf house. Due to the lack of wood here, and as it provides better insulation, Vikings built houses covered in earth. This house must hold historical trinkets. You hear a lot of noise coming from it. This big turf house is the clubhouse of the Viking Committee, a group that tries to preserve Viking history. They're having a good time with each other, but ignore you. Maybe it's because you don't look Viking enough. These guys probably have some interesting trinkets in their possession. Yvonne wonders how you can get the best. Yvonne socializes diplomatically before asking something. Is probably our best bet, or we can just explain our cause and hope for a good treasure. No, Yvonne has an 80% chance of on the wheel, and honestly, that's going to be way better than just this, I think. 80% chance on the wheel, let's go! Easy. But she has no beard, poor thing. A great success. Yvonne is accepted into the Viking Committee. You learn a lot about the Vikings as well. When the time is right, Yvonne explains your cause and asks if the committee has some treasure for you. The chairman responds, "Of course. You're one of our Viking friends. What are you looking for? I'll try to find the best I can give." Do we go for a runestone? Something typically Viking, or a Viking war artifact? You know what, chat? We haven't done a poll in a while. Let's do a poll. New poll, new poll. The question is, which treasure? All right. I'm only going to do this for a minute. Feel free to do additional votes with your channel points. And you've got about a minute to click on the poll at the top of the chat box, regardless of what you're watching me on, and to get your vote in to see which artifact or treasure we will get. It's up to you guys. I will only make a decision if there happens to be a tie, but feel free to weigh in, chat. I would love to hear from you guys. And this way, the lurkers can participate without unlurking. Because I adore you all, lurkers. I do, I do. Lurk away, my lurking friends. I appreciate you being here regardless. The vote is... the poll is almost over, so now's the time to get your last votes in, and I will see what wins. Let's see what we got. We got a 50-50 between the runestone and something typically Viking. Well, I see. 50-50, huh, guys? I'm gonna go with the runestone. That is my choice. The chairman responds, "Got it. I'll go through our Viking collection and see if we got something for you." He leaves for a few minutes and returns with something. "This is the best I could find. I hope it helps." You receive... Ooh. Looks like we got a 75% chance for a green runestone. Oh, we got the dragon head. Only 50 renown? but 1 insight. Once part of a mighty Viking longship, it's recommended we take +1 collect token whenever a fighter succeeds on an athlete, tactician spin. And our fighter does have athletes, so that is actually good for us in the long run. We can add 1 to 2 status for every campaign token we have to up its status, or we can just take 5 campaign tokens. We do have an athletic fighter, yes. So, I'm actually going to go with the recommended. I think this will be useful for us in the long run. That's a good find. A fine treasure to take home. You continue to party with the Viking committee a little. Jean-Pierre even impresses them with some party tricks. When the party ends, you continue exploring. Doo-doo-doo. Ooh. A crew can be improved here. I was gonna go for that, but I'm gonna go for this. Because a crew can be improved here, and then we still have enough to get over here. So, let's go. The crew arrives at an open theater where some villagers are going to perform a piece about Vikings. The director approaches you. One of our actors is sick, and the stand-in isn't very talented. Maybe it would be fun if one of you could play the Viking Jarl? It'd be great for the people to see a new face. Yvonne will play the part, because she just wins at 100%. Yeah, she just wins. This is what we're gonna do. Yvonne seems to be an accomplished actor. No lines were fumbled, and the part of the Viking chieftain is portrayed with conviction. It also gives Yvonne a boost to speech for this expedition. The crew leaves behind a bedazzled crowd, who are now clamoring for your autographs. Alright, we only have enough to get here, supplies-wise, so we are gonna go here. The Viking boat must be nearby. Once you get there, this expedition will come to an end. You can come back to this place when you wish to continue later. Are you ready to go? Onwards. Indeed, Trav, indeed. The crew searches the hills and dales thoroughly until you spot it in the distance. An intact Viking boat. The crew rushes towards this amazing find. It will surely skyrocket your reputation at the renowned Explorers Society. However, the crew is stopped by a familiar face. The French explorer Revelu, number one in the most promising explorers ranking. He laughs. Thank you, amateur. How very lucky you are to find this fine Viking boat, just after me. Under Rule 24B of the Explorer Mandate, fellow explorers should help each other out. And I really need this treasure to affirm my #1 position. Your help will not be forgotten. Well, maybe. Explain this is your treasure. Revelu continues. Seems my explanation wasn't clear enough. Maybe my strong friend Tommy can explain the situation better, while I take the vessel. Hey, wait a minute. Before Yvonne can stop Revelu, his crew fighter Tommy steps forward. Nuh-uh, little explorers. I need to explain you something. He's not letting you pass. We must defend ourselves. So, Devious will get us an extra campaign status, but we hurt Tommy emotionally. If we do the friendly, Tommy thinks that we're nice, and if we do the aggressive, Tommy's impressed by our skills, but we don't get the campaign token that way. Ooh, tricky. Do we go after that extra campaign token? Or do we go the aggressive route? What do we think, chat? Feel free to let me know. We focused on Devious, and Devious is not very nice at all. We're dicks. Alright, we're gonna make Tommy emotionally hurt and make him leave. Alrighty then. We need to focus on Tommy, not the mooks. So let's put you here. Let's put you here. Put you here. You can get him from 2 tiles away. So sad. Right where I want you. Ow. Ow. Oof. Missed. Huh. Hey, Nada! Welcome in, welcome in. It's been a while since we've seen you. We finished Spiritfarer, and we're now on Renowned Explorers International Society. So sit back, relax, and enjoy while you're here. Alright, you don't really have anywhere you can go. So, we are going to finish this guy off.
No. No.
Bye, Tommy. That is the end of that. We get a devious victory with the extra everything, and Yvonne gets more grit and speech power. Tommy is emotionally hurt and leaves. Poor Tommy. Bahaha, you're so mean! Tommy runs away crying, overcome with negative emotions. His tiny heart still needs some tempering, it seems. While running away, he accidentally drops something. A treasure map! The Viking ship is gone, but the treasure map is ours. You're left with a cryptic treasure map. Its meaning is pretty cryptic. Everyone takes a look. The treasure map is passed around. After investigating it, the crew states their interpretations of the map. So, this comes down to which thing do we want to have more chance to get. We actually got the leprechaun last time. Or no, yeah. Did we get the leprechaun or did we get the sword? I don't remember. I think we went after the leprechaun. I think we got the sword. So, I'm I think I'm gonna go for the 75% chance of the drinking horn, to be honest. A landmark on the map that the locals might recognize. Yvonne thinks it's nonsense not to use the knowledge of the locals and goes schmoozing with them. The campaign quickly yields results. Not only is your cause much supported, but by stringing the stories together, you infer the location of the hidden treasure. Fantastic. And we ended up with the sword. Alright, so what is recommended is adding more status to secret tokens, but we don't even have any secret tokens, to be honest. We can just get campaign and study tokens. Gain an extra 2 collect tokens if you resolve an encounter aggressive. We're never going to want the aggressive answer. So, I guess upping secret tokens for status might be, actually the recommended might be the way to go here. Does anyone in chat want to weigh out what they think as well? I'm happy to have a conversation about this with you guys. I am playing with the hope that with the hopes that chat can help me out, after all. I mean, we don't have any secret tokens in the moment, but this will mean every secret token we pick up throughout our adventures will have a 20 to 25 status bump to them. Or we could just get extra campaign and study right off the bat, but that's a one-time thing. This is every secret token gets a better status, or we just get extra tokens right now. I mean, not in the beginning. This is like the tutorial island that you always have to run through, so really not in the beginning, but you can get secret tokens as soon as the next adventure, Trav. It just depends on where you go on the maps, so... This is... The recommended really isn't that bad. The recommended is actually really nice. It's just that we didn't get any secret tokens here. That's all. It's just we're never gonna really want to resolve encounters aggressively, so... Alright. We'll do the recommended. With this last find, your expedition still concludes on a high note. However, it's clear that if you want to be the most renowned explorer, you'll have to beat Revlu. Now it's personal. Back to London. Highlands explored. So, we did Devious. We gained 2 treasures. So this is where we've landed at the end of it. We are in 9th place as Yvonne Lefebvre, and we managed to get more renown the first time through, but Explorer Society board members are excited at the progress of this classy crook. Alright, onward. A magnificent job! The board of the Renowned Explorers International Society is impressed by your exploration skills in the Highlands. For this achievement, the chairman, Pinkerton, gives you an upgrade to your airship, which will allow you to carry more supplies. We get to the treasure either way, so we don't really need the tutorial. We did this the first time through, so we know the drill, Pinkerton. Let's hurry! Da-na-na-na! The membership. We get 2 extra supplies for that. So now our supplies are up to 10. We have 4 resolve. We have 4 out of 3 insight to spend. Nice. And this is what we're at. So, first things first, let's do research. We can unlock observations, which will help us advance through research faster, or history, which gives us helps us make the most out of our status. Personally, I would like to go through research faster because I want to open up anthropology and focus on Devious through that. So, the focus on observation to unravel the puzzles of this world is the most important idea of modern science. The crew has an opportunity to specialize one crew member in any of the sciences. Which crew member will gain Naturalist, Engineer, or Archaeologist perk? Ooh, that's a good question. Kiwi has Survivalist, so Naturalist or Archaeologist would go really well for her. He has Athlete, so Engineer would do well with him, and she already has Diplomat and Beguiler. These are just... do we want to make Kiwi our scientist or Jean-Pierre? For those who don't know, Jean-Pierre is French, which means that his name is said in the French way rather than Jan Piet, which would be the anglicized version of it, and it sounds terrible. Kiwi with Naturalist, we can focus more on going outdoors. I agree, Trav. I think that works out really well. Kiwi has to study hard to learn a scientist skill, but is determined to become an expert. What kind of perk will Kiwi learn? A Naturalist perk. Kiwi is ready to become more expert naturalist. Which field is Kiwi going to learn about? Astronomy, chemistry, geology, biology, electromagnetics, or classical physics? Ooh. I kind of want to go with either geology or astronomy, or maybe even biology. The rest are just kind of nice. Anyone want to weigh in? I mean, geology will help us with rock questions. Biology will help us with both plants and animals. Astronomy will help us with navigation, as well as, like, other things. And I believe she already has wilderness lore and navigation, so any of the three of those would be really good for her. Astronomy could combo with Jean-Pierre Sailor for being good at sea. Not sure how often it will come up. Geology has potential for finding interesting old stuff outdoors. I think astronomy actually works probably the best with what she currently has, because wilderness lore and navigation, astronomy, or biology, really. I'm gonna go with astronomy. There we go. Alright, we still have enough research points to get somewhere. Let's see here. A student joins your entourage for 2 insight immediately. I don't know if that will stack if on top of what we have. Naturalist, engineer, and archaeologist gain +1 study when they succeed on the adventure wheel. That's kind of better. +1 study whenever you enter a challenge node of your choice for the first time, or 2 supplies. Thank you. And then we're out of research to spend. So now we're up to 12 supplies, which will really help us gain more nodes. Let's level everyone up. Let's see. Beguiler Astonishing or Rogue Mischief? We don't have a rogue. But do I want to just max out Beguiler? She's gonna get this. Heals the user's spirit by 50% of the damage inflicted. Causes aggro. Beguiler. Alright. We're gonna specialize her in Beguiler. So now she has the Deride ability. Kiwi. We could give her Archaeologist, or we could go Survivalist. Either way, she's gonna get Loudmouth. It also gives Grit to Kiwi when she uses this. And we'll pull aggro for a turn as well. There's a bunch of things that pay out if you have 4 in a skill group. That's true. Yeah, Survivalist then we'll go with. So that's easier for her. And then Jean-Pierre. He could also get an Archaeologist. Or Stamina. Either way, he's going to get an aggressive attack. Which heals all ally spirits in 2 square range of the caster by 40% of the attack and can make them confident. Ooh, nice. We're gonna go athlete. There we go. So that is them leveled up. He's almost leveled up to... Is he? Oh, I can't tell. Ah, no. They're both barely level 2 and she's further along. Okay. Cool. Alright. So that is our research done. Let's see what we get in the shops. Trinkets, Survivalist Navigation, which you already have, so I don't really need the trinket for it. Engineer Advanced Tools trinket. How about for offense? We have one person who can use the... Well, they're just... I see. You have no armor. We need to give you something with armor. Alright. So, instead of the ring, which gives speech defense, you are a scout. Let's get you a decent pair of boots. There. That gives you a little bit of armor, but more grit, which just helps you evade enemy abilities. Yeah. Alright, you have this. This gives 10 speech defense. What happens if we take off your vest? Oh yeah. There we go. That's much better. And then... I think we're gonna get you some armor. There. That's better. Come on. 34, 20, 35. Maybe... I have enough for all of them? I don't... Maybe. Let's give you a book. Let's give you a glove. And let's give you a glove. There. That boosts... I'm evening out some of their stats so that they have sort of a better chance. Like, sometimes it's nice to have specialization on these things, but other times, like, it gets ridiculous. So I don't have any money for trinkets, but honestly, none of these trinkets are going to be hugely useful to them. So that is all their gold spent that I can. And then entourage. We don't have any helpers yet, so each helper gives you a boost to your tokens. You get one specialist and maybe a couple of merchants. Or a single trader and a merchant. Alright, what specialist do we have? Gain tactician defense or offense perk. +1 collect token whenever a level 4 tactician succeeds. We don't have a tactician at all. Okay. We don't have any quick thinkers. We do have a naturalist, but we don't have a level 4 naturalist. So none of these work for us. And then the other specialists are... the only one we'd want is Emily the Decorated. Gain 1 campaign if you resolve... Lady Vaduva. Gain 1 extra campaign token if you resolve an encounter with Devious. So she's the most useful specialist. I'm going to recruit her right now. Devious... We're going all in on the Devious. So we have enough for... We do want study. So we have enough for a student and a merchant. Extra gold and extra research per token. It's not a lot, but you can really spend on these, so it's fine. I miss Molly. She was pretty awesome, but we are with a different crew today. Alright, time to spend our insight. Not worried about the tokens. I would actually prefer research once again, because research does a lot. 12 to 18 across the board. Okay. What about this? 24 to 36, 36 to 54. So status is kind of the way to go when it comes to spending insight. What about gold? 39 to 60. Wow, this gets status and gold. Wow. Interesting. But we can turn insight into minions, yeah. I think I might just go whole hog on status tokens, honestly. And just get more minions to beef the tokens that we get, because this is current, like, up here shows you currently what each token will give at the end. So, you know, our going after secret tokens is well worth it for us. Study tokens do not give nearly enough research. But we could beef them up with minions. So I'm gonna go with having Yvonne in Paris campaigning. I think that's what's best for us right now. Alright, let us go get more of this. So we're gonna grab him, which means that our study tokens go up with research. And then we have 39 left, which won't even get us a merchant. We can't even upgrade. So that is as good as it gets, but that means that we get slightly more research now per study token. All right. So we've also upped our renown in the process of that. We're still 9th place, but we're in a much more or closer to Virginia James. All right, so I think with all of our resources spent as best we can, we don't have any trinkets on anyone, but there was nothing that we wanted. So let's choose a new expedition. We did the Hungarian fort last time. Let's see. Tactician, archaeologist, quick thinker, and diplomat. Being devious might help. But we've seen this one before. What else? The Mali. We saw the Mali mystery as well. This friendly approach might help. Rogue, athlete, and beguiler challenges. Lots of gold. Caribbean island. Naturalist, engineer, or survivalist. There's a lot to study for research. The aggressive approach could make it easier for pirate treasure. So actually, with our build, the Hungarian fort is our best bet. Because of the devious. We went all devious. So, it's up to you guys if we want to do, we've seen Hungarian fort and we've seen the Mali mystery. If you want to see the Caribbean island, I could do that instead, and we'll just... I mean, we have naturalist and survivalist, and we will get more research there. But it prefers the aggressive approach rather than our devious approach. Although devious is... strong against aggressive, so maybe this is the way to go. We won't have, I mean, we will have some difficulty without an engineer, but we won't have that much difficulty. Like, it's quite fine. What do you think, chat? New content or old content? It's up to you guys. Hungry was full of aggressive things, which is why Devious would work well, so I'm guessing this is an aggressive approach is good here because it's full of friendlies, which would be as strong against us. Yeah. It would. As I said, Hungry will be the easiest run for us, but the Caribbean is the one we have not been to yet. Okay, we can go to the Hungarian fort. Let's go. Let's see what happens. The Hungarian forest, with the details provided by Lady Avaduva, you must be able to find the secret fort, which used to be an alchemy laboratory. You enter the forest, there's no time to lose. So that is our destination. This is a cultural challenge. This is also a cultural challenge. This is not interesting, so we'll go here. A group of villagers is skeptical about your presence. Maybe a diplomatic approach will convince them. Yvonne, start convincing. You are the diplomat. Let's go. Don't mess it up. Ah, easy peasy. Remember to run into the end ASAP, yeah. The villagers are convinced that the renowned explorers are great, and Yvonne is one of their finest. This is gonna get us a treasure. Let's go. While walking through the gloomy forest, you see something sticking out of the ground. At the same time, the air fills with a foul smell. Find out where the strange odor comes from and gain research. Oof. We don't have any archaeologists. Jean-Pierre could have gotten archaeology. We decided against it. Yvonne is, strangely enough, still the highest percentage, but we could just say we have no time for such nonsense and get the 2 study. Kiwi has the highest amount of tokens, but it's a 25% chance. Yeah, a guaranteed 2 study or the possibility of failure, which is just a failure. It's not any negatives to us. It's just a failure. Like, we just don't, I don't think we get any more of the 2 study. We may not even get the 2 study. Okay, guaranteed 2 study, got it. There's more research here that I can only, but I want, I want this. A traveling merchant passes by. A diplomatic approach might yield something. Well, 75% success. Let's go. Come on, Yvonne. No. Oh. Yvonne does not reach an agreement. Well, that sucked. Wits challenge for gold or research. I'm gonna go for the research. The sound of growling wolves becomes ever more present. Kiwi averts the danger with quick thinking. Let us hope. Hope and pray. Come on, Kiwi. A little bit more, a little bit more. Whew. Kiwi escapes the wolves with a clever distraction. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm just gonna go here. A beautified grave is being guarded by some cultists. Yvonne wonders whether whose grave is kept so well? Do we engage the cultists or leave the mysterious grave? She threw a stick. Absolutely, she threw a stick. Those wolves went chasing after a stick. Hey, cultists, what's going on? We're going for that deviousness. We are devious. Okay. Yeah, going after you. Okay, she needs to be up close and personal. So, go here and deal with this fool. Come on. Bye-bye. Ooh, you stinky. Bye-bye. And in the end, we only have mooks. Let's go. I believe they're all going to be going after Yvonne because she taunted. Yep, that's perfect. Nope.
Blah, blah.
She is healed, and then goodbye. Our results, easy pickings. This is some Peter Pan combat. Absolutely it is. We're calling them smelly and awful things. You investigate the tomb after bullying those nobodies away. It seems to be the grave of a young lady, the victim of Elizabeth Bathory, a countess from centuries ago and Hungary's most vicious killer. The bloody yeah, no, I know who she is. Let's see. So we can get 4 campaign or 4 study. We already have 9 campaign and only 3 study, so I'm gonna go with Kiwi makes notes about this victim. Elizabeth Bathory. The Bloody Countess. I know about her. Campaign is minions, but study means we can faster get through. The more research we have, the faster we get through the research trees. The more campaign we have, the more we can bump up the numbers of the tokens. But like we have to do a little bit of everything, Trav. We do. I want this research. Let's see, I have 7. Yeah, I can afford this. The swamps make Jean-Pierre think about some small experiments with liquids back at the lab. Cool. And a campfire story. Alright. Definitely gonna do a campfire story. I think we're okay on resolve. So let's get more campaign. We're gonna keep this one and keep this one. The crew is having a blast. Yvonne had the idea to hold an oratory contest. The one who can retell your current adventures in the most exciting way will win the obligatory expedition cake. Everyone tells the story with great charisma, but Yvonne quite literally takes the cake. It's probably the reason why she wanted a contest to begin with. There you go, Trav. I hope that has appeased you for campaign tokens. Go for the supplies. The area seems bountiful with food. A scout could easily get some supplies here, and, well, Kiwi can 100% it, so why would we pick anybody else, honestly? Kiwi scouts the area and hunts down some food for the supplies. Heck yeah. Let's go here. Huh. Another one of those churches. It seems that an important religious building was built nearby. A little more research wouldn't hurt. Oh no. Archaeology. Yvonne has the best... our best bet, and we don't have the option to just take nothing. But Kiwi has the possibility of the most tokens. We don't have any wrenches to help us with the wheel. Yvonne or Kiwi? Just go by rewards? Kiwi it is. Alright. Cross your fingers, knock on wood. Come on, Kiwi, you got this. Yes. Let's go. Study was successful. She's our gal, man. Look at that. That was beautiful. Oh, we could get some more... More supplies. Yes, Kiwi. Get us the supplies. Am I going in circles? Yes. Is it worth it? Still yes. Huh. More research. Alright, Kiwi, can you pull it off again? Let's go, girl. Let's get this. Come on, we can do it. No. Nope, nothing. Well, it was for a good cause. We still got plenty to backtrack a little bit. Let's go up here. Some cultists have found a load of rare truffles. The alchemist will surely enjoy these yummy mushrooms. You could engage them to acquire these delicacies. Absolutely, we will. Yeah, she found exactly what she found the last time. Absolutely. Alright, to a devious end we go. Alright, you are the higher level minion. Range 2 tiles. So if I put you... Cannot walk there. If I put you here, though, you should be able to get that guy. Then you... get this guy. And we will make the others come to us. Sweet. So we got rid of those minions. There's 2 left on the board that I know of. And they have to come to us. Heck yeah. So, let's see here. Range 2 tiles. Range 2 tiles. So... Nope. Get him.
Blah, blah.
Okay. Get him. Bye-bye. No. Click. 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 Get him. Bye-bye. Heck yeah. We broke our opponent's minds. We are so mean. The cultists run, as Kiwi shouts some things that might have gone a little too far. The truffles are yours, though. Alright. Nothing special. We don't have quite enough food to get up here. Dang it. Well, I cast Vicious Mockery. Vicious Mockery, indeed. Here we go. The ruins over there must be the secret fort. Once you finish exploring the ruins, the expedition will be over. Wait. No, Dang it. And all I wanted to do was level her up. Athletic sponsor. +1 collect whenever Kiwi succeeds on the adventure wheel, or can't catch me. +20 grit after using enrage. Which is this. I think I'm gonna go for the grit, actually. Because grit helps her evade enemy abilities, so... Since we're using enrage anyways, we may as well take the +20 grit. Yeah. That will help her a lot. And then she gets a target spot, unfortunately. Onward. Right away, you are in for a nasty surprise. Cultists! Their leader seems to be a master alchemist herself. You come to disturb our secret occult fortress? You won't get past me! Defend yourselves. So, aggressive gets us more encounter tokens, but devious gets us campaign, and we're just kind of hardcore going for campaign. Alright, bring it on. He's sad. Range 1 around self. But we need this instead. She can go here and use this? Yeah.
Blah, blah.
Beautiful. Her grit goes up because these two are negatively affected by the fact that she's got negatives here. So now her grit will be what saves her in the end. This guy is the guy we need to get killed. Everybody else is superfluous. So now that we have him, she's stunned for this round. But we can get you up here to do that. We can get you to do this. Actually, which is better? This one's better.
Blah, blah.
And you are stunned and can do nothing. So. Alright. Yvonne, you're still stunned? Dang, this guy must have stunned her.
Blah, blah.
Blah, blah. Finish him off. And that should be the end of combat. Ooh, and he got, buffed from that combat, too. Not that it matters, because it only lasts for this expedition, and this expedition's basically over, but still, nice. So we got our 3 extra campaign tokens and our 2 encounter tokens. The alchemist is crying in the corner, her emotions out of control. Not your problem. You leave the weeping handkerchiefs to explore the ruined fort. As the crew looks around to find the alchemy lab, Kiwi feels a bit uneasy. Slightly scared, Kiwi asks if Yvonne believes in alchemy and the powers of the occult. So... do we want a bit more study tokens with a greater chance of this, the secret? The Sectum Sectorium? Or do we want more campaign tokens with a greater chance of the Philosopher's Stone? We got the Sectum, Secretum Sectorium last time, even though we did try for the Philosopher's Stone. More secrets? Yeah, we did a lot better just because we were prepared for it. We do have a plus secrets treasure already. So do we want more study tokens, which is more research to spend, or do we want more campaign tokens, which is more helpers to boost tokens? Go for the Philosopher's Stone and the campaign tokens? More helpers. Okay. More helpers it is. Yes, there might be truth in the occult. The crew finds the secret alchemy lab. There are many weird machinations and potions inside, but one treasure stands out. We still got the book. So, gain an extra 2 study if you resolve an encounter deviously. Gain an extra 2 campaign if you resolve a counter deviously. This gives a little bit more status per campaign token, and this just gives campaign tokens. This is the least good. The recommended is not bad. It means that we already gain extra campaign tokens from resolving counters deviously, but then we would also get study tokens on top of that. Or we could just go full campaign tokens and have all the helpers. But this is the recommended one to try and keep you balanced. We'll eventually run out of minions to hire. You've got a point there, Bramble. Alright, more study tokens it is. An ancient copy of the occult masterpiece, a great find. With the fort explored and its secrets unveiled, the expedition can safely be called a success. Back to London. Still devious. Got some gold. Got some status and more gold. Got some research and status. Look at that. Very nicely done. Still number 9, though. But we will probably take over Virginia James by the time we finish on the map. So, yeah, we're still a classy crook. Alright, so, Constantinople gives us a new entourage hall and a trinket shop. New Orleans gives us a new equipment shop and an entourage hall. So, bigger entourage hall, smaller store, larger store, or smaller entourage hall. Which do we go for? Chat. More people, more people, only trinket shop, or more equipment, only a small people, less people. More stuff or more people? Minions are better token rewards, while equipment is better stats. So if we can afford to buy the equipment, I'd say the shop. More successes pay off well. Alright, so New Orleans it is. Greetings, explorer. We down here in New Orleans read all about your amazing adventures. Just so you know, our shops in downtown New Orleans have some special offers just for people like you. Hope to see you soon, Governess Johnson. Alrighty then. Yvonne is leveling up. The humiliation gains extra speech on Yvonne's Satin with 50% speech. Or gain 1 campaign when resolving a battle deviously. We already get extra campaign tokens when resolving a battle deviously. I actually think that giving her a better chance at finishing a battle deviously by upping her speech is probably the better of these two. And either way, we get group insult. Affected greatly increases the target's aggro. Gains plus 10% power with each turn while off cooldown with a maximum of 30% power. Yeah, I'm gonna go with humiliation. Because this means that Sadin just works freaking better. Period. So she will get extra... So if we start off with Sadin, she gets plus 50% to her speech power. Which means that she will hit more often with her other things. Which is good. Alright. Okay, he's halfway to 3. Everybody else is already 3. Let us spend our research. I'm gonna go with that. This gives us extra study when spending insight in Berlin. Plus 1 study when you enter a challenge node of your choice for the first time. I'm gonna say a wits challenge. That's Yvonne's specialty. Yeah, it does full damage, not half. Yeah. Do wits challenge, and then we don't have enough research for anything else, so that's fine. Okay. Let's see what we have. Right, we've already been in this one. Actually, let's go here. Naturalist, electromagnetics, plus 3 speech while your current attitude is devious, diplomat customs perk. That would be really good for her, actually. Cooking pot. I need more money. That's what I need. I need more money. There. Now he has Athlete 4. I want this battery for her. And I also, like, let's see. She does primarily sadness. She does enrage. He does sadness. So, if I got the Book of Sadness for her, which is offensive instead of this glove, that actually does increase the power of her sadness. So let's double down on this. We're actually gonna do it twice. There we go. His sadden just got beef buffed as well. She is a Book of Rage. So I would love to give her Rage, but I don't have enough money for that, so next time round. Alright. That was a good use of my cash. Let us get minions. What are your specialists? Tactician or archaeological. Get research from collect tokens. Get research from campaign tokens. Diplomat languages. Survivalist cooking, naturalist geology, gold from... James Cook is nice. I could give her the survivalist cooking, which means his is superfluous, but it would get her 4 survivalist. Or I could grab naturalist geology, which gives her 2 naturalist as well. But I kind of think getting research from campaign tokens might be better. Pistolouise. It means that for all the campaign tokens, we also get research a little bit. I don't know, Bramble. To be honest, I'm not entirely certain. Oh. Each unlocked perk gives +3 grit. Often improves your chances of finding supplies. +3 speech defense improves your chances of making scientific discoveries. 1 speech and +2 speech defense might open up possibilities with merchants and rulers. Unlock social situations. Speech and grit. Yeah, so any of the survivalist skills give you a better chance of finding supplies. And gives grit. So yeah, James Cook might be the way to go. Alright, James, join the party. James Cook, a seasoned miner, wants to teach one of you survivalist or cooking or naturalist geology. What does the naturalist ones give? Speech defense? Okay. But we're going to give it to Kiwi, and she is going to learn survivalist cooking as well. So now she is 4 survivalist. Look at her grit. It's so good. Alright. Helpers. A trader, gold from encounters, status from encounters. Status, more status from campaign. What are your specialists? We already got one. I'd have to upgrade to get any better. And status from encounter, gold from encounter. Gold from collect. Okay, what are your specialists? We can still afford 1 specialist. We don't have a level 4 naturalist. We don't have a level 4 quick thinker. We don't have a level 4 tactician, so none of these specialists really help us. Yeah, it is a good start. So... I'm gonna go after lobbyist and merchant here. Lobbyist. Okay, that helps us. That is all we can do with that. And now it's time to spend insight. I do have 66. I do have things I want to buy, though. No, naturalist does not equal survivalist. They're two different skills. Two different skill groups, or perk groups. I have things I want to buy, so this time around I'm going to spend my insight on gold. Because I have things I want to buy. Unfortunately. And she's going to get me the most gold lecturing in London, so... that is where we're at. That gives me enough for what I want to buy, I believe. Let me check. It's this one. Oh, no, it doesn't. I need the battery. There we go. And then... I don't have quite enough for the battery, so... last insight. Now I do. So now she has 2 in Naturalist and 4 in Survivalist. And if we want anything better, we need to start upgrading the shops. So that is all of our money spent. All of our status used, all of our research researched, all of our insight done. We are now in 8th place by 2 renown. And it is time to go on our next expedition. So, let's see what will be best for us. The War Temple of Sekhmet is hard on supplies. You need an archaeologist, an athlete, a survivalist, or rogue to surely help you, and there's lots of gold to find. Highlands. It said, let's see here. It's being it said that a historic Scottish relic is being held there by a paranoid abbess. There are more people walking around, so a friendly approach could make things easier. Taking a beguiler, diplomat, tactician, or engineer with you might prove useful for status and gold. That's what I'm looking for. And then Andean adventure. Somewhere high up in the Andes, there's a vast piece of land unaccounted for. Legend has it that Incas will still live there, undisturbed by the outside world. These cultural clashes will be best solved deviously. You'd better take a diplomat, rogue, survivalist, and engineer with you. Expect plenty of research and status. This is the one that looks good for us. I don't think we did this last time either, so this is new content finally. Let's go. You made it to the mysterious Andes range. So far, so good. Yvonne feels that getting here is already a great achievement. Navigating the mountains was extremely difficult, even with a state-of-the-art blimp. What will we find here? But before the crew has time to orient themselves, a group of warriors finds them. Foreign intruders! They must have come to topple our emperor! Get them! Whoa, whoa, whoa. No jumping to conclusions, please. We are gonna be tactically prepared. Thank you very much. That cooking pot was very good for us. Alright, look at all the tokens we will do if we get deviousness. Look at all those tokens. Heck yeah, let's start this encounter. Hi, goodbye.
Yappa?
Fatia.
Blah, blah.
Yappa? Ah.
He Anki. And now he's gonna be sad. Ooh, you stinky.
Fatia.
Bye-bye. Come and get it, dude.
Hey-ya!
You missed.
Yappa?
Fatia.
You broke your opponent's minds. Oh, look at all that. Oh, it's beautiful. And she gets buffed. Yes. Arg, my feelings. These invaders will surely try to stage a coup against our glorious emperor and take our national treasures. We have to warn the Imperial Guard. Huh, an emperor that guards treasures. Interesting, to say the least. So let's get this straight. There is an emperor who holds great national treasures. Judging by the aggression and defensive attitudes of the warriors you just faced, that emperor is not very friendly. Maybe you should pay him a visit. Luckily, there are signs everywhere pointing towards the palace. I bet this is just one big misunderstanding. Let's talk to him. He sounds ruthless and oppressive. Let's pay him a visit. Or, I'm just here for the treasure. Let's see if I can find it. How does Yvonne feel about this? There doesn't seem to be any... there doesn't seem to be any, understanding of what that will affect. But how do we feel about this, chat? Do we think it's a misunderstanding? Does the Emperor sound ruthless and oppressive? Or are we just here for treasure? What do you think? Sounds like a ruthless and oppressive culture to you? It's fair, it's fair. And I mean... 3, she doesn't seem to be good-hearted. Look, Yvonne Lefebvre is just a girl in the world, okay? She's a diplomatic beguiler. Let's go pay him a visit. That's our goal. We already know what to look for, the palace and the emperor. You're not sure what you're going to do there, but you know you have to be careful with the Imperial Guard. Now time to go exploring. Alright, we have used up no supplies yet, so maybe we go for this one first. Get some research in. A lone, raging man storms towards you. You thought you got a game, but you actually got a... not even a story. Do you like to be annoyed? No? Yes? What? Oh yes, it does sound ruthless and oppressive, but she's hardly going to try and stop them as such. Although, if there's good paycheck in it, well... Either way, we get to raid the treasury, but this way we sound good doing it. PR. Might work. All right. You thought you got a game, but you actually got a blank. Not even a story. Do you like to be annoyed? No, yes, or what? What? I'm pretty confused too. The man continues. Nothing you choose matters. Why are you here? Are you capable of making decisions? Yes. It's really not a game. I was so excited to play, and this is not even a game. Yvonne is slightly confused, but it's obvious there are deep wisdoms hidden in his oracular words. This might change the crew's worldview. Well, we got confused by a rapper. It's fine. I'm gonna go here first. The crew accidentally trespasses on a military camp. Dozens of soldiers angrily face the crew. This does not bode well for you. Do we attempt diplomacy? Level 3 diplomats and level 4 technicians? Dang. Or do we run? If we fail, which we have a 75% chance to do, we go down a resolve. If we run, we simply get 2 campaign tokens. If we actually make the 25% chance, we get a 4 supplies discovery and 3 study. Dragoon says run. Welcome in, Dragoon. Good rewards, although 2 of those supplies are wasted. Serious penalty. Skipping is acceptable. Yeah, I'm thinking run. Running. Those soldiers don't look very convincible. Better to use some fleet-footed diplomacy. The crew runs away from dozens of soldiers, but luckily they give up the chase quickly. At least you have something to tell back in London. Alright. But this is a net gain. A field full of guava trees, and they're bearing fruit. The crew collects as much as they can for supplies. Beautiful. And then we're gonna go over here. The city is ravaged, but its spirit is still strong. Rebels are training hard, and villagers are repairing the defenses. There are no Imperial guards to be seen. A rebelling city. I've been in and out, just now able to chat. Well, I appreciate you, Dragoon. I'm so glad that you and Bramble Rose are lurking away while you can between work and stuff. A veteran rebel leader greets you. This is Vilcambaba, Bamba. You're safe from the Emperor here, travelers. We are the last city to actively resist the clutches of our dictator. I am the rebel leader, Juania Capac? Not really sure. We're in the Andes, which is Peru. I believe they speak not Spanish, but Portuguese there, so I'm really bad with these names, with South American names, and I apologize to all of South America for it. Really, I do. There are a few options for Yvonne to consider. We can travel along the roads to another city. We could try to help their cause, help fix the town's defenses, or leave the heroic town. See, rebels get freedom from an oppressive dictator. We get a fantastic ancient treasure. Everybody wins. Absolutely, Bramble. Absolutely. Do we think we can help their cause? I think we can. I'm gonna try this. Can we help your cause? We could absolutely use the help of some seasoned adventurers. While spirits are still high, the Emperor has Switch tactics. We are now looking to desecrate the Hero's Relic, an important legendary item that embodies the people's resolve. You must find the Hero's Relic before the Imperial Guard does. Find a relic? Leave that up to us. Thank you so much. To be honest, we don't know exactly where the Hero's Relic is. Even worse, the Emperor does seem to know. Our spies have located an Imperial search party. I'll mark the location of the search party. If you go there, you're bound to find out more. Okay, so we have a secondary goal. Let's try to help fix the town's defenses. The city could use some manpower to reinforce its defenses. We have control over a silver mine, so the pay is pretty good. I'm actually not upset at all about this. 1 supply for 4 collect. That's pretty good trade, actually. We can do it again, but no. I think that's good. Let's travel along the Indian roads to another city. We can make use of the Llama Express to travel to other cities. So we can go to the Plague City of here, or we can travel to the Jungle Trade Post. Either way, we lose a couple of collect tokens, or we could go on our own. Well, that's why I only wanted to do it once. However... I think we're just gonna leave. Alright. So we need to get here. I would like to get over here. There's a trader over here as well. And this seems to be the most direct path this way. However, we could just use 2 collect tokens to get to, I think, either one of these cities. I just don't know which one is which. Yeah, there are problems everywhere. We don't have to go there. We could just go here and kind of go around. Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not sure. Let's see if we can't go around this way. Hello. You arrive to a small Incan village. Yvonne is not sure whether this particular village is with or against the Emperor. Let's tread carefully. Yvonne notices some signs with red crosses through them, then the villagers greet you. Good day, friends. At least that wholly depends on your opinion of the Emperor. They're expecting an answer and you don't know which. Time for gamble. The Emperor is great or the Emperor is terrible. We have a 50-50 chance here. They are pretty close to the rebel city, so... 50-50 chance. Emperor is great, or the Emperor is terrible. What does chat think? The Emperor is terrible. Alright, the Emperor is below even the worst type of vermin. Good guess. The villagers believe you speak wise words and promise to spread your wisdom. The crew showed great knowledge of character. Good. We got away. Continue exploring. Yep, I'm just gonna take that and go for this. Here's treasure. What in Pinkerton's name is going on over there? A dark group of Incas just seem to have beaten up a guard post. Ka-ka-ka! With knowledge of the ritual and the Imperial Guard out of the way, nothing can stop me. Ka-ka-ka. Seems like an internal dispute. Let's go take a look. The Imperial Guard has been beaten up pretty badly. Yvonne rushes towards some of the soldiers who are still conscious. Oh no, the High Priest is going to the altar of Yurkichile. If he completes the ritual, his dark ambitions will become reality. Slow down. Tell me more. The wounded man continues. It is said that the one that completes the ritual at the altar will be blessed by the gods and gain superhuman powers. The high priest believes it is his duty to chastise the Inca people because they have lost their ways. He wants to bring an apocalypse upon the Incan lands. Traumatic. Please, you got to stop the high priest. Once he gets the powers of Uchile, I have no idea how to say this word, and I really apologize to the person whose language this is. To the people whose language this is. I don't know how to pronounce your words, and I'm tragically American. He will be unstoppable and trigger the end of the Incan world. No pressure. Yvonne ponders what to do. This will be an epic adventure, but will the crew survive such perils? We can't let these people down. Follow the high priest. You have to do this. The future of the Incas depends on you. Yvonne rallies the crew and heads out to follow the high priest into the dense and dark jungle. On your way, you find an Inca scholar. He's sweating profusely, but is keen on keeping his mouth shut. It looks like he was with the high priest and maybe told him about the ritual. Now that he's useless to the high priest, he has been left behind. The jungle seems to be influenced by the dark powers active around the altar. You could get some real neat research from exploring the corrupted jungle in a quick yet precise fashion. Of course, you could risk allowing the world to end. It's Yvonne's choice. No pressure. We're 100%ing this with Kiwi, of course. Of course. The jungle is indeed changing rapidly. The leaves are getting darker. The branches are starting to curl. This god power probably isn't a way to give superhuman forgiveness or love. Kiwi did well not losing track of the high priest, and your Andy's saving quest continues. Who the altar? There it is, the altar. The atmosphere is heavy. You can just feel the power of the ancient gods flowing through the air. This story of godly powers must be true. Amazing. But there's no time to be stunned. The high priest is already performing the ritual. With this last sacrifice of blood, the ritual will become complete, and I will bring forth apocalypse. The Inca people will get what it deserves. You've got to stop him now. Yvonne and Kiwi are basically useless, so it's up to Jean-Pierre in his 54% chance to wrestle this guy down with his athletic skill. He doesn't have specifically athlete wrestling, which is terrible, but he is our best chance. Come on, Jean-Pierre, we can do it, we can do it. No, 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 no. A little bit further. Whew! Jean-Pierre jumps towards the high priest and a struggle ensues. Jean-Pierre is just in time to slap the knife out of the priest's hand. It seems total disaster has been averted. Go, Jean-Pierre! But alas, the struggle gets a bit too rough, and a blood drop flies all the way to the altar. The ritual is completed anyway. Ka ka ka! Now I will get my godly powers. Don't think I will spare you in my punishment, foreigners. What's happening? Holy smokes, the high priest is transforming. Bah! The high priest turned into a half llama, half human. Ha ha ha! You look like... Oh... It's hard to take the high priest seriously. His followers instantly lose all respect for him. Apocalypse, he said. More like... alpacalypse. Ooh, what a doofus. Fools! You do not see the power I now hold? You will all perish. I won't stop until all has been brought to ashes. Whoa, easy. Llama. What is he doing? Seems he's not bluffing. A large number of rabid llamas charge from over the hills. His men start fleeing, but your opponent is still formidable. He seems to be more strongly influenced by the mood. Maybe you can take advantage of that. Well, Jean-Pierre is tactically prepared, so Llama Man is about to go down. We want to devious this so much. Mood effect changes. Replaced... devious, proactive, aggressive, evade the rage, plus 50 grit. Replaced hostile, abuse the fuse, devious abilities, plus 50% power. Interesting. Provocative. Not sure what that's going to do, but we need to take him down. So, 2 tiles. Oh, that does not do a lot. This does the most. Yep. Ooh, that was good.
Blah, blah.
So that is our turn. Kiwi's at 100 grit. You're at 58 grit, and you're at 53. Most everyone's got buffs to their stuff right now, so... that's true that less incoming tax is good, but for some of these, they're gonna have to go around. Like, they have to get to us first, essentially. Oh, you missed. But if we can take down this guy as quickly as possible, that is the way to go. Yeah, we can't 100% shot this guy. We don't want these guys to be able to move into that spot, so I'm just gonna leave him. We just need to take out the main guy, and we're done with this encounter. So... yeah. Well... take you all the way out.
Blah, blah.
Move you up. Ooh, that's lovely. What does this do? That does more damage. Yep, this does more damage. We're gonna take a lot of hits, but that's okay. We've almost got him done. You missed. Ha ha ha. You missed. Our grit is so high. It's so good. Not doing a lot. He is the weakest link. So they're all gonna pick on him. Alright. Stinky, stinky.
Blah, blah.
Taunted. And Llama Man is done. Look at all those tokens. Nice, nice, nice. Ha! The High Priest is going over Llama because he can't control himself anymore and permanently transforms into a llama. Terrified by his new furry look, the High Priest flees into the jungle. As a reward for saving the Incas from the alpacalypse, you take the golden statue from the altar. Splendid. Nice. So, it recommends just taking the campaign and study tokens, but we could up how much status we get from campaign tokens overall. We could get +1 discovery when spending insight in Beijing or Timbuktu, which are the main places that you can spend insight on study tokens. This will also give us discovery tokens, which are better than study tokens. So, do we want to up how much status we get from campaign tokens? Or do we want the chance to get study tokens or discovery tokens in Beijing or Timbuktu? Which helps us with research. That is kind of where we're at. The main goal is to get the #1 slot. You have 5 adventures to get it done. We're on adventure number 2. Or 3, actually. I think we're on adventure number 3. So, we won't finish this run today. But the main goal is to be #1 in the society. And +2 to 4 status is just for this adventure or for all future adventures. So this +2 to 4 status is for every campaign token, both this adventure and further. So literally, instead of doing 14 to 22, it would do 16 to 26 per campaign token. So you're upping how much status you're going to get overall, period, for the rest of the run. Advice is apparently that Beijing isn't worth unlocking except for specific circumstances, so skip that one. Yeah, Beijing and Timbuktu, we would have to have a completely different crew for that, which is more research-based, but we're not research-based on this one. We're more campaign, aka status-based for this run with our deviousness. So it's really between the recommended take the extra tokens for both campaign and study, or upping how much status we get from campaign tokens for the rest of the run. The second one seems pretty... I kind of like the second one. The first one is additive, the second one multiplies. Yeah, basically that. So it's just a matter of, do we get more tokens, which is what's recommended, or do we up the amount of status we get from a single type of token? I think option 2 is good. Yeah, okay. So I think we're gonna go with this one. The crew returns to the more sane parts of the jungle. What an adventure that was. A high priest, a dark ritual, a wicked transformation. Yvonne thinks you've seen it all, but did someone maybe secretly convert to worship this guy? We now have the ability for a campfire story. So, yeah. So this is what we have as far as our treasure collection. So this will give us extra campaign, extra status from campaign tokens. We gain extra study if we resolve an encounter deviously, so that's where we're getting study tokens from. This just has upped our supply. We also get extra status from secrets, but we haven't really found any yet. And we collect an extra collect token whenever our fighter succeeds on an athletics tactician or tactician spins. So that's what we're at. And he technically has both of these. Like, this tactician stuff is doing us really well, actually. He should level up this within this run very shortly. But I think we're going to do a campfire story. Let us see what we get. Okay, so we get gold and status from encounter tokens. We could just get more gold. We could get more resolve. We haven't completed any research trees yet, so this, we just have to keep it. I think I'm gonna go with the encounter campfire story this time. Yeah. A heated debate takes place. Who was the fanciest philosopher in history? Kiwi makes a case for the orderly virtue ethics of Aristotle, but Yvonne has no ear for his boring ideas. No, Yvonne thinks highly of Voltaire. Not that she knows what Voltaire stood for, but Yvonne has heard he was quite the charmer. Now that is fancy. Cool. So that'll just get us more everything. Alright, time to move forward. Let's see, we have 7. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. I'm going for it. While exploring a new area, you suddenly hear stern voices from behind. Halt! Cooperate and hear us. You will bow to the great leader, and he will be pleased with our devotion to your capture. These disciples are cool as ice, but we are tactically prepared. Let's go. Look at those. Look at those. So good. Looks like we just have 5 dudes. So... Goodbye, minion.
Yappa?
Fatia.
Goodbye, minion.
Blah, blah.
Yappa? Oh!
And he is going to... I hope he needs healing. Not quite close enough. Ah, there we go. Goodbye, minion.
Yappa?
Fatia.
Alright, he's gonna get picked on. That's fine.
Hiya!
You missed. Ha ha ha.
Hiya!
Little bit picked on. Literally not a problem. Bye-bye.
Blah, blah.
Yappa?
Oh, that doesn't get rid of him. Goodbye.
Yappa?
Fatia.
Yeah, Tactician is really paying off. It's super paying off. Now we see that true devotion requires patience. We will come back for you. What a lame excuse. You see them running with their tails between their legs. Bye-bye. I'm going for this one. A band of rebels is training in the jungle. They're quick to mock your foreign origin. Look at these weirdos. I bet they don't know anything about the I bet they don't know nothing of jungle tactics and will be sitting ducks when attacked by the Imperial Guard. Well, the crew has nothing to prove. That one rebel makes Yvonne think of Revelu. We only have at best a 49% chance. We could just take a single campaign token, or we could attempt for Jean-Pierre to tactician his way through this. He'll be minus 10 armor on this expedition if he fails, though. It is ouch, but we have been kicking butt. I mean, it's more tokens. Like, we can take a single campaign token, or we can try for a lot more. And then I will level him up afterwards. I'm going to attempt it. It's close enough to a 50-50 that why not? Why not? I mean, Trav has done the numbers, but luck is also a factor here, and why not? No risk, no reward, Trav. Oh, I guess Trav was right. Jean-Pierre makes a fool of himself. When discussing tactics, Jean-Pierre creates a morale-boosting rally with yells of which everyone knows that it attracts jaguars in a 3-mile radius. Stupid, stupid, stupid. The crew leaves in shame. Well, let's see here. Resistance to terrified attacks or extra collect tokens in Cape Town? I kind of want to go for Nerves of Steel, honestly. I mean, as much as I did go to Cape Town to get more money, and the money was nice, I think actually being resistant to terrified attacks is better. So there we go. He still has armor, so he's not completely at a loss. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're gonna go safer. You encounter a lonely villager peacefully gathering food from the local plants. Yvonne approaches him and sees his trembling heavily. I'm sorry, but if I don't warn the guards, they will hurt me. The villager runs away and warns some nearby guards. Let's start the encounter. Friendly means the villager might be grateful, but we're gonna do the devious route for obvious reasons. I see. Well, sorry, villager.
Huh? Tumyo.
I am going to buff you.
Yeah.
And you are going to... You're gonna go here. We're gonna make them all come to us. Okay. So these are the mooks, and this is the harder to kill guy. Okay. Let me buff you.
Yeah.
You are going to buff her.
Uh-huh.
And he is going to buff you.
Ho-ho.
Wow.
We'll see what that goes. Okay. I think they're now in range. Absolutely, yes.
Yappa.
Pacha.
Bye. then you move up here. Out of range, that one, but not this one.
Blah, blah.
Alright, one left.
Pookie you.
Abbey fumbled. Goodbye.
Yappa. Facha.
So good. The guards' serious military expressions break, and they start crying uncontrollably. The villager is trembling even harder than before and passes out. Sorry, dude. Not poke us. We are badass. Alright. The night is coming and you need a place to set up camp quickly. You could go further into the jungle until you find the perfect camping spot surrounded by interesting flora. Yvonne also considers finding a safer and more convenient conventional camping spot. Camp in a safe spot for 2 study or 94% chance for a lot more stuff. Kiwi, take it away. Let's go, girl. You can do this. Easy. Easy. Finding that perfect camping spot was totally worth it. Before sunrise, the crew witnesses beautiful butterflies, night prowlers, and a full moon. In the morning, you even find some fresh fruit. Alright, so this was marked on our map. We definitely want this. You find the search party looking for the hero's relic. The Emperor has just addressed them and is about to leave. 100 gold pieces for the man who brings me the burned remains of this relic. Don't let your glorious leader down. What a jerk. The Emperor and his entourage are about to return to the palace. Now's your chance to strike before they set out. Let's go. We are definitely gonna devious this shit up. Let's see where all... It's just that lot. Okay. You. Bye-bye.
Facha.
Bye-bye.
Blah, blah.
Yappa.
Bye-bye.
Yappa. Facha.
Minions be gone.
Aya.
Ooh, nasty. Except... Bye-bye.
Yappa.
Well, that was easy. Tasty, tasty rewards, you guys. Tasty, tasty rewards. You break their self-confidence. Did you hear what that Yvonne said about my tunic? It's a proud heirloom that I got from my grandmother. Go use that rag to wipe your tears, sucker. Now where is the hero's relic? Take the map with directions. It's a good thing I got those extra supplies. Seems the hero's relic was stashed away in the hero's tomb, deep inside the mountains. A pretty uncreative place to hide it, but Yvonne guesses it makes sense. Your quest for the relic will probably end there. No time to lose. Yeah, I'm glad I got those extra supplies, because we needed them. After following the map you got from the Imperial search party, you managed to traverse the labyrinth of mountain paths to find the hero's tomb. Yvonne can just feel it. This is going to be a very dangerous investigation. Let's inspect the site, shall we? There's a lot of work to do. Is it really worth moving all those boulders? Yeah, less complaining, more working. 55% chance we could miss out on 2 supplies, but we'd still have enough supplies left to get to the final destination. Yeah, and now we regret having having a rogue. We don't have any percentage from built-up odds, but we don't have a level 2 engineer in our crew, but we do have a level 2 athlete and a fighter in our crew, which is giving us most of the 55%. If we succeed, great. If we don't, we can still walk away from this okay. Cross your fingers, knock on wood. Don't. Drat, such hard work. The whole crew has been moving boulders the whole day, but there's still so many boulders to shift. It's going to take a lot more time to get through, and we're not there yet. But now we've got an 80% chance to succeed. And we have to get this. We have to get this. Okay. Good. You break through. It's been hard work, but with the combined strength of the crew, you find an entrance. Awesome. Let's go. The tomb is dark, dusty, and moldy. Jean-Pierre has to cover his mouth to prevent himself from fainting. With a lit torch, the crew navigates the elaborate tomb. Rubble and fake walls are prevalent. You continue to explore the tomb. The air is getting heavier, and the corridors are getting narrower. The corridor is getting too narrow. One crew member must squeeze through first. Yvonne argues that traps are the most obvious threat, something for a quick thinker to solve. Kiwi argues that these tombs are guarded by spirit guardians. A beguiling charmer might barter for safe passage. With these ideas in mind, Yvonne decides who goes first. Well, we have a beguiling diplomat. We do not, however, have any quick thinking amongst the lot of us. Not even a bit. Why is your trinket not doing things here? Weird. The extra perks are there as long as there's 5 or more supplies. I understand now. Yvonne will go first. Yvonne squeezes through the narrow entrances ahead of the crew in order to avoid getting trapped altogether. Yvonne scouts the next area alone. Suddenly, something happens. Uh-oh. The walls are closing in. Yvonne has to get out of there quickly. Yeah, see, quick thinker would have been perfect here, but we don't have one. Please, Yvonne, do not fail this. Please, please, pretty please. Oh, luck. RNGesus be praised. RNGesus be praised. The crew can be proud of Yvonne's quick mind. With only a few seconds to spare, Yvonne jams the contraption and escapes to the other side. Now everyone can pass safely. Fantastic work. The crew regroups and continues. The hero's tomb must be really close now. Maybe behind that passage. There it is. The hero's tomb. A magnificent war banner with a standard is placed above it. That must be the hero's relic. The crew marvels at the treasure in awe. Simply amazing. But then a bunch of Imperial guards bust in. The searchers must have notified them of this location. Thanks for clearing all the obstacles for us. Now allow us to burn that hero's relic. The Empire will persist. You can't allow them to destroy the treasure. Defend the banner. So there is a campaign token for aggressive, but devious is the way. Where is everybody? Okay, we got the 2 there, and we got those over there. Anybody else on the map? No. Alrighty then. Bye.
Yappa?
Pacha.
Doesn't quite get the job done. Well, it is what it is.
Blah, blah.
Yappa?
Oh, it did get the job done. And he will just move up here. And turn. Alright, you are going to buff... You are going to buff him.
Aha!
Nobody's been hit. They're all out of range. Yeah, they're all out of range. So, end turn. Let them come to us. Now some of them are in range.
Hiya!
Okay. Our turn. We can get the majority of them. Or we can just get this guy. No, let's make it easier for everybody. Beautiful. He can take out this guy.
Yappa!
Pacha.
And she... Nobody in range. Okay. Definitely this. Take out that guy.
Blah, blah.
Yappa! Oh!
Cool. And we're getting spirit regeneration because we're standing in that spot. Oh, you're mean.
Pookie you!
Gross. Alright, let's start with you. Take him out.
Yappa?
Not quite, but that's okay. You got him
Yappa? Pacha! Yappa?
twice. And then she goes next. And I believe this gets them both, so
Yappa?
done. Everybody is off the board. Let's go. We broke our opponent's minds once again. You'd have to be an utter moron to destroy a national treasure like that. Yvonne and the crew have made that perfectly clear, and the soldiers are confused. Yeah, plus 20 grit is amazing. We are such pathetic excuses for Incan warriors. We almost destroyed the pride of our nation. I need to go home and rethink my patriotism. And you need to go home with this treasure. Let us grab the hero's relic. Hero's banner. Nice. So, we can grab 6 campaign tokens. We can up secrets, but we haven't really gotten any, which is a problem. Our current highest level engineer gains discovery upon engineer spins. We don't even have an engineer. Or our current highest diplomat gains campaign and study tokens on diplomat spins. This is recommended. We do have a diplomat. This is going to be way, way, way more useful to us in the long term than this. Which we already have an object doing something like this. So let's go with the recommended. Heck yeah, indeed, Bramble. Heck yeah, indeed. Amazing. A fantastic treasure indeed. If you show it to the people of Villa Kambaba, the last city of heroes, they will be surely grateful. They were worried the legendary treasure might have been lost forever. Better visit the city of heroes. What an adventure. Incan tombs, a chase to a forbidden treasure. This journey will surely impress the good ladies and gentlemen at the renowned Explorers International Society. So they want us to go back here, but we don't have the supplies. The only supplies we have is to finish out the map. So let us level her up before we do anything else. We could do survivalist, or we could do archaeology. We have been running into archaeologists needed. She has 4 survival. Do we want to up it some more for that grit and supplies? Or do we want archaeology? More camping? The survivalist specialty is paying off. Yes, yes it is. Okay. And she also gets Flankenshank, which Molly had before and was fun, but we aren't really using aggressive anything, so we probably will never use it unless we absolutely need to, but yeah, there we go. That is her level up. And his loss in armor really has not been that big a deal, so honestly, the grit that everyone is getting is doing its work. So, here we go to finish up the map. The Palace. Treasure guarded by the dictatorial emperor must lie within. Once you face the emperor, the expedition will come to an end. Are you ready to enter the palace? We have to be. We have no more supplies to go anywhere else. Revolution! Of course, the palace is heavily guarded. Bummer. The crew regroups to plot a roguish diversion. It looks like it will be a tough challenge. We could bribe the guards. Or we have a 60% chance of sneaking this from our scout. She has no rogue abilities, so it's essentially grit, attack power, and the fact that she is a scout that is giving her a 60% chance. She will get minus armor and minus grit if she loses, which is really bad. Or we could just lose an amount of money. Yeah, we can just bribe. Bribing it is. A coin for you and a coin for you. The soldiers gladly let you through under the guise of a diplomatic gift. It's so easy to get somewhere in a corrupt regime, if you've got the gold, that is. Thank you very much. The crew walks down a hallway that is decorated with statues and carvings of the undisputed Emperor of the Incas. The atmosphere is getting heavy. Yvonne knows that you'll face the Emperor right after opening the next door. Open the door. There he is. The Emperor, surrounded by his Imperial Guard. The Pretenders! They're here to overthrow your beloved leader and destroy the Incan lands. Easy, Tiger. Aren't we jumping to conclusions there? We've come to free the Incan people. We just want treasure. No, wait. We support the Great Emperor. We're here to topple the government in favor of a more explorer-friendly one, or we don't need to overthrow you. A heart attack will, blubberface. If we go with this one, we get +5 speech for this battle, as well as 4 campaign tokens. This one only gives us 2 campaign tokens. This one gives us 2 study tokens. This one helps us recoup the loss of our collect tokens, and this one gives us an encounter token. Honestly, this gives us the most tokens, and we like campaign tokens anyway, so... Heart attack? Should we just attempt to give him a heart attack? The last one is so us, yes. I'm gonna go with that one. I cast Vicious Mockery. The Emperor is not impressed. I will have none of this. Warriors, round them up for punishment. He looks like a formidable force. You'll need to break his concentration. Here we go. Obviously, deviousness is the route. Okay, you, goodbye. Where? Over there.
Blah, blah.
And then you. Finish him off.
Yapa.
Okay. There's 2 more over there. You're gonna have to run a long way. A little ouchy. That's okay.
Cartoon, cartoon. Yapa.
Ooh, he buffs them. That's not good. Okay. What I am gonna do is something unconventional. Can you... You can get there. You can get there. You can get here. Put you here. Not quite. Can you get there? No. I'll put you here. And I'm gonna put you here. Probably wondering what I'm doing right now. This stuff heals you, so we're gonna go for the spirit heal area. You... You are gonna buff him.
Yo!
There we go. Yes, a tactically advantageous position indeed. Missed. Don't worry, she's gonna get into the Healy zone soon.
Kulun. Oh ho.
Okay, it's our turn. So she is gonna go here. And... here to this guy.
Yapa.
The Emperor is focused and ready to deal heavy damage with his gun. Use devious abilities now to make him lose focus. He's just out of range. But... I'm gonna have you... do that.
Yapa.
Now he's confused, and you can get rid of that guy.
Yapa.
Pacha.
Yeah.
She's in the spirit heal zone, so it's okay. He's gonna pick on Kiwi and miss. Kiwi's gonna go back in here. She is going to do this.
Yeah.
You are gonna do that.
Yapa.
Pacha.
And you. Oops. No, no, no. I didn't want you to do that. Alright, fine.
Arupana.
Missed. Okay. Turn back here, please. Target.
Oh. Yeah. Oh.
Danger averted. Can you reach him with that? No. Yes. Get him.
Blah, blah.
Oh. Oh.
And then you. cannot move anymore. I cannot get to him, so that's fine. He has one more turn. That didn't do anything. You know what? Take him out.
Whoa! Come here!
The Emperor is saddened beyond words and just wants to be alone. We broke his mind and reaped the rewards. Holy smokes! You convinced the Emperor he's bad for the people. That's a first. You're right. I'm a lousy, despotic tyrant, and nobody would want to have a diplomatic relations with me. This country deserves better. I will resign and allow for a new president to be elected. I will also compensate you with my magnificent garb. Now to go get a boat to a tropical island with the treasury. A victory for the Incan people. Alright, we can get just 6 study tokens. We can up how much status our campaign tokens give us, again. We can get 2 study tokens at the end of each expedition for each level of survivalist in our crew, which is 5 currently. Or we can get study at the end of each expedition for each level of rogue in our crew. The recommended one is pretty good, actually. We have 37 study tokens and 47 campaign tokens right now. Only if we have 5 or more. Only if we have 5 or more supplies. So this is not useful right now. But she has level 5 survivalist, period. So that is 10 study tokens at the end of each expedition. Yeah, it's big. I think I'm going to go with the recommended. So if we end an expedition with 5 or more supplies, we could essentially get 12 at the end. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go with that. Yvonne takes place at the Incan Council and will determine the future leader of the Incan people. It becomes clear that a new and independent leader must be chosen. Yvonne would volunteer, but this is a matter for the Incan people. Still, the council is eager to hear if Yvonne has a candidate. I don't know. Then one member of the council jumps up. I heard of this generous and handsome man who travels the world. He sounds amazing and wise. Maybe he would like to lead us, if only for a year, so we can set up a new government. We just need to write him a letter. I think his name was Revelou. That French clown? No. The council's hardly listening to Yvonne. They're extremely enthusiastic about the prospects of having such an amazing person rule the country. I've heard he is literally the best person alive. It's decided. Revelou will be our interim president. Oh man, we're done here. We have 47 with a payout of 16 to 26. Because we already bumped it up. We don't get as much research out of this in comparison. So honestly, getting more study tokens at the end is a good way. I mean, it would keep them out of our way, yes. The crew leaves the palace. That was quite the adventure, toppling a government and everything. Yvonne must admit, it was pretty fun. It wouldn't surprise Yvonne if this became a trend one day. But the world has not yet been fully explored. You take your discoveries and get ready to leave. Back to London. We made it! We were devious the whole time. We got 3 treasures. And, this treasure will give us extra study tokens. Beautiful. Look at all that status that we just got. Hefty amount of everything else, too. We are now number 5. Number 5 is alive. We bumped from 8 to 5, so that's not bad. We are still a classy crook as Yvonne Lefebvre. Alright. With that, we must decide what town what things we get. So we could grab Constantinople for a new entourage hall and a trinket shop. Sydney has an equipment shop, and Timbuktu has insight jobs. Yeah, one more expedition like that and we'll hit number 1, indeed. I think we should grab Constantinople this time. Honestly. We need more entourage options to spend all this sweet, sweet status on. Salam, brave explorer. The Sultan has learned about your most recent quest and is impressed by your bravery. Mani Sultan would like to invite you to the Takapi Palace to recruit an entourage among the Ottoman elite. Regards, Grand Vizier Abraham Isbat. I am so terrible at reading right now. So yeah, that is where we stand, you guys. I don't really care about this. I'm doing this. A lobbyist joins Insight. Definitely going for this one. And this one. Extra token from each where you spend Insight on the world map. Whenever you enter an encounter and an epic encounter. Supplies. I also want to unlock anthropology. You want me to finish this tree? Okay. Choose one. Renowned from gold, status, or research. With so much expertise in the art of observation, the scientific method, the crew has learned new ways to use their gains to require more renown. I think that meant to actually get more renown. Status tokens, please. I want to... Anthropology. Local tools. Start every expedition with a tool which can be used to improve your chances on the adventure wheel. Definitely we need that. We don't have enough to do anything more, so this will help us regardless. Okay. Anybody need to level up? No. Devious 3. Nice. Let's see here. So we've already gotten the specialist from there. Ooh. This one gain the athlete wrestling perk, which we actually did need. And you gain 1 campaign whenever you enter a nature challenge for the first time. That isn't so bad. It is a subtype, yeah. What about Madrid? We already grabbed this specialist. And then these specialists, we don't have a naturalist level 4 is the problem. So none of these are actually helpful to us. We've recruited all the helpers here. Yeah, we could upgrade. Pepe the Destroyer. Here we go. Collect a +1 collect for a level 4 athlete. Is he level 4 yet? Yes, he is. Gain a +1 campaign whenever a level 4 beguiler succeeds on the adventure wheel. She's not quite level 4 yet, but with gaining sense of humor or storytelling, which she doesn't have either, that would make her a level 4. So he would become a level 5 athlete, or she would become a level 4 beguiler. We don't have any engineers. Bobo the Misadventurous? We do the greens. We do a beguiler a lot. No, I cannot get both. I have to pick one. Bobo the Misadventurous, a Belgian explorer that kept failing but made a fortune writing a children's book about it, wants to teach you either storytelling or sense of humor. Who will learn this perk? Yvonne will learn a beguiler perk. Storytelling or sense of humor? Do we want her to tell good stories or to be someone who can get a laugh out of anyone? She doesn't have either, so... Storytelling? I had a feeling you'd say that, Bramble. Trav, do you have a thought on this? Or anyone, really? Weigh in if you'd like. Prove the tales that we tell at the Adventurers Guild afterwards. That's a fair point. Storytelling it is. Sweet. Now she is a level 4 beguiler. But see, once you've recruited it, they're all locked. So we just don't have anything that works there. We could buy your helpers, though. I want the student. I want the lobbyist. I want the merchant. Heck, I just want them all. Oof, you're expensive. But you're so useful. Alright, that is all the status. Gives us help. Alright. Let's see here. Equipment-wise. What trinkets do we have here? Nah, we just took that. Plus 10 armor as a trinket. Quick Thinker Wits. I'm gonna give this to you. I am going to upgrade this. I don't have enough for that, but what do we get here? Survivalist spotting? She doesn't have that yet. And tenacious diplomat negotiations. We already have it. There we go. She only has one naturalist perk, but look at that. She's like we're 2 away from maxing out her survivalists. That should help. Alright. What about this one? I like that clever marks. And this is better for her. We need defense more. The good boot will really help. That helps. There we go. And then get you the good armor. There we go. That helps. She relies mostly on grit to not get hit. They rely more on the other defenses. So I've given them ways to get both of them up for a decent amount. And I think I'm gonna upgrade this place again for the next level. And I'm gonna upgrade. Oh, I can't upgrade that one. What about this one? Can I upgrade this one? No. Okay. So that is pretty much all we can spend on for now. Now it's decision how we want to spend our insight. So if we go to Berlin, we can spend more on research. If we go to Paris, we can get more entourage. If we go to London, we can get more stuff. Yeah, the cooking pot gives us benefits early on with easier challenges, but by the time we find the harder challenges, likely we don't have the supplies to trigger it, so we're actually worse off since we have no bonus, rather than a bonus from whatever else could be equipped. I'm thinking that's not a good quality trap. It's not quite a trap item. It's not quite a trap item. I could get him a different thing. I suppose, does he have terrifying abilities? He does sadden, not terrify. Yeah. So the machete isn't really useful for him. The lucky charm or the war drums might be useful for him. Here. Yeah, these trinkets aren't very useful for him. The pickaxe could be useful to him. Essentially just the pickaxe. It gives Naturalist Geology and the Athletic Tenacious perk. I don't think he has Tenacious yet, so that would give him 5 athlete. Or, no, 4 athlete, because one of these is from the cooking pot. We don't have quite enough money for it, but we can get more money. So if I just sell this now and do 1 London lecturing. Then I can get him the pickaxe. This is where it puts him. See you, Dragoon. Take care. Have a great day. Yeah, so that's him taken care of, and he's over halfway to level 4. She's level 4. She's almost level 4. So they'll level up at the next run. So there we go. And he will get an extra trinket slot, which we won't be able to equip in run, so that's all of our money. So do we want... Now we have to decide whether we want more research to throw into this, or whether we want more status to throw into grabbing Entourage for the rest of our insight. That's really all we're doing right now, is just what do we spend our insight on? Campaigning jobs, or going to the Berlin University and getting research? What do we think, chat? This is the last bit that I'm gonna do before I end stream, so I think research, we have a lot of minions and there weren't many left, and they were expensive. Yeah. Okay. So who gives the most research? 68, 68. They all give the same amount of research. And gold. Which is funny. So I guess I can just cycle through them. There we go. Okay, what would be the best for the next thing? We don't have a diplomat that high, so right now this doesn't really help us. This will allow us to gain more encounter tokens when we do encounters with a chosen attitude, and our attitude, of course, will be devious. This will just give us extra campaign tokens per encounter or epic encounter. This will gain us an extra token when we spend insight on the world map, which would be great if we'd gotten it already, but oh well. Anthro level 2, this one, encounter studies. Okay. Be devious and extort as much as possible as we can from the locals. Yep. Yes. And I can do that again. I can double down on that. Or we can get supplies when solving an encounter with a chosen attitude. So, trade or plunder, or encounter expert? Supplies, okay. Your crew has researched a breakthrough in how to approach locals for supplies. They give up some space for supply capacity in the ship to bring tools and trinkets for trade or deceiving. the right attitude, you can either trade or plunder with locals on a regular basis. What attitude will you focus on? Devious extortion, obviously. So now we will have one less supply, but on our ship, but we will also be able to gain supply, +1 supplies every time we do an encounter. That is all we have for today. So, thank you guys for joining me. I am going to save this game. We can delete this save. We have saved the game. You've seen me do it. I have saved the game. But this is where we must end. So thank you all so very much for your company and for your help. While we go on expeditions, we've got 3 completed expeditions, 2 left to go on, and we will pick this up again tomorrow at 1 p.m. because I stream at 1 p.m. Eastern US time from Monday through Friday. If you would like to know when I go live, feel free to follow and put notifications on for Twitch. However, if Twitch notifications drive you nuts, Twitter is your alternative there. I only really regularly post when I go live, and I retweet a whole bunch of my other interests. So if you'd like to get to know me better, that is the place to go for that. However, if you've missed any of this run, and you would like to catch up on what we've done so far in this game, or see other games that we have played here on my stream, YouTube is the place for all the VODs. Feel free to jump over there, subscribe, and ring the bell so that you know when the VODs go live, so that you never have to miss out, or at the very least can have my company at any time, day or night, if you just need some background noise. So thank you guys again for joining me on this crazy adventure, and let's see what friend I can raid today. We have not raided Irish Panda Queen in a hot second. She's playing Sly 3 Honor Among Thieves, which is going to be a fun, nostalgic time for me at the very least, if not for all of you. And she is an Irish streamer, so please give her all my love. If you are subscribed to me here on Twitch, you can use my emojis to send my love forward. But needless to say, I hope your evenings are going super, super well, or your afternoons, or your day, whatever the time it is for you. And I will see you guys all again tomorrow at 1 p.m. But until then, we raid in 3, 2, 1. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.